Good morning, everybody. Ma Terry here, along with her fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy, how you doing? Oh my gosh, today we are talking about a business principle. I am an artist and a hobo. I do a lot of traveling in my minivan. In fact, I lived in my minivan and my car and my VW bus for over 8 years. It's been a lifetime of travel. But anyhow, these are some of the crafts I do in my minivan. And sometimes we make crafts, sometimes we sell our crafts. And that's what my vlog will be about, how to make, sell, think, how to get into people's mind, what makes your art so desirable. One of the first videos I'm going to put up is packaging, and I'll show you what I mean. Here's a bracelet I did, and this is just a simple package that I got off of Temu. Now, what makes it such a nice little composition is it's in the value of 3s, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. Wait, that was Papa Bear right there. Maybe, we never know. Lucy, come back here. There you go, you can go down there. But today we're going to talk about my favorite principle, buy low, sell high. There we go, there's one of my earrings. And of course, necklaces. I make all sorts of artwork. I do have a degree in art. So let's talk about my favorite principle, buy low and sell high. Wait a minute, first I'll answer your question. Have you ever done art shows before? Of course I have. I've done it for years and years and years. I've always either been mildly successful. For me, mildly successful is making $300 to $400 per day, to wildly successful. My most successful day was I sold over $1,000 worth of product. And you may be thinking, well, it probably cost you $500, $600 to make that product. No, 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 my friend. That's where we talk about buy low, sell high. And what I found today in San Diego is this wonderful store, and it's called Art Form Creative Reuse Store. It is in North Park, and the address is 2888 Adams Avenue, and they're open limited hours from Wednesday to Sunday. And what they are is a creative reuse store. And basically, the profits that they use, it goes towards education and, of course, paying the rent. So let me show you what I bought. This is my haul. And I did spend about $70. I know, right? That's a lot of money. But one thing, I know everybody has these crickets anymore. I have a cuddle bug. I have a cricket too. And I love making stickers and decals with it. But sometimes I like doing things old school. So what did they have down there? They had a bunch of these embossing folders, and I'm going to show you. That's one. And how much did this embossing folder cost me? $1. Can you believe that? $1 for that. Don't worry, we're getting to the beads. Y'all know I love my beads. Here's another embossing folder, Swiss dots. I love dots. I love dots. This I thought would be nice for making cards. And when I make jewelry, these are great to emboss on the jewelry. You know, I may be making it out of a soda can, and I die cut my soda can to the shape I want. I put it in the embossing folder, run it through, and it has this wonderful pattern on it. And then I could paint it with alcohol ink. And I have done many, many, many things of jewelry like that. There we go. That one's called Baby Breath. $4. I know, you can't even get the stuff at Dollar Tree. Here's another one, nice for card making. Let me see if it'll separate. There it goes. That one, I love it, especially for Memorial Day weekends coming up. And I thought this was beautiful for like a Mother's Day card. So those are the 7 embossing folders I got. Very nice. Let's talk about beads. Now, over at Art Form Creative Reuse, they have a lot of yarn, fabric, colored pencils, really good pencils for all you artists out there. They have oil paints, scrapbooking supplies, just so many different supplies, and the place is huge, and that is Art Form Creative Reuse Store. All right, let's talk about the bulk of this bag. Oh, it is heavy, but oh, let me show you. I'll show you a flyer. You can donate your art supplies, you know, if you have stuff that you don't want. And I'm going to slowly show you this. You can do a screenshot, so you can, a screenshot, right? For you, I love making Halloween stuff. And there's the back of the form. Take a screenshot. They take donations. Yay! All right, there we go. Now then, let me show you what I got. Most of this is one heavy bag of beads. Y'all know I love making jewelry. So something like this They have a couple of bins that are 50% off bins. This is from the Bead Gallery. These are heavy glass beads, and this was $2. And you might think, $2, that's a lot of money. This is beautiful. This is dyed magnesite. Now it says $2. I got it for $1. I can probably make 2 bracelets from that by using spacer beads. Beads. I just saw my dog run across the yard. She is so gorgeous. You're not going to believe this one. Look, this is wooden beads. There's a ton of these pink wooden beads that I paid $4 for. Now, when was the last time you went into Michael's and you could find all these beads for $4? And they're dark dyed, you know, they're not so wimpy little color that I don't like. All right, so this was in the half bin price. This is actually coral. And it says $3, and I got it for $1.50. So yeah, I love their little half price bead. This, I just got these over at, I believe, Michael's. Yeah, it's Bead Landon. Look at this. And this is so great. I live at the beach, so this is frosted glass or beach glass, whatever you want to call it. There's not really a lot of beach glass left, but $1 for that. Isn't that beautiful? And then again, dyed magnesite. $2, but I got it for $1. Oh my gosh, so many of these beads. I was in their half price bin. Another one of the same for $1. I love it. As you can tell, I love blue and I love 50% off. $1. And oh, these are little spacer beads, but there's probably 100 of them in there for $1. That one says acrylic, I believe it. These are beautiful for bracelets. It's the same thing. This is dyed howlite. It says $5. I got it for $2.50. I can probably make 3 bracelets from that. I try to make a bracelet. You know, I have an awful lot of clay beads. I have wood beads and everything. You can get a huge bag of wooden beads over at Michael's. If you use the 30% off coupon, it brings it down to like $15, $16. You can probably make 100 bracelets out of that bag. So yeah, I love anything dirt cheap. This, I thought, this says shell. It is not shell, but they are plastic beads, really tiny little spacers. And believe it or not, pink is hot this time of the year. This was $3, but see how many beads are in there? There's thousands of them in there, so I love that. This is coconut shell Hishi. I got it for $2, and I love using my coconut shell. I get that a lot over at Hobby Lobby. All right, so I had to have this one. And I love this one. You can see it was $4, and with the red label through it, it was $2. I love working with my pearls, or I call them luster beads. This may be like a dyed glass. It's not a pearl. But then they had little beads next to it, both of them for $2. I bet you I can make at least $5 off of 5 bracelets off of $4 worth of beads. Love, love, love it. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh my gosh. Let's see what the price is. This was $2. These are probably dyed turquoise or something like that. It was $4, but I got it for $2. Again, it was in that half price bin. I love that half price bin. Again, and it was mostly blue beads in the half price bin. This was $2, so imitation turquoise, it's $1. My gosh, let me know if I'm boring you with all these. Oh, by the way, I'm posting this video tomorrow morning. Right now, over at Michael's, they have their strands of beads. Normally they're so overpriced, but right now they're 60% off. So I'll give you an example. I can go over there. I love my little 4 strands of glass beads, $8. But with 60% off, it brings it down to about $3. And then I get my military discount of about 15% off, so it brings it down to like $2.70 for a strand of beads. All right, again, look at these turquoise. They're not real turquoise, but it's marked $3. It was $1.50. And oh man, I love white puka shells, $2. Man, so many great deals. But like I said, buy low, sell high, and you'll have great little things. Now, how big? Why is my dog going crazy? And why is my other dog outside? I don't know. They're just crazy. So many great beads like this. $2. It was for $1. So if you are in San Diego in the North Park, well, that's all I'm going to show you because it goes on and on and on. Look at all these beads. $3 because it was in the half price bead thing. Always, 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 here's your tip in art supplies: buy low, sell high. Now please, I'm starting this website. I hope to continue it. I want to show you all sorts of different types of jewelry techniques. I'm worried about my dog. She's a digger. Who let the dogs out? I don't know. But yeah. So where was I? Stick with me on my YouTube channel and I will teach you how to make, you know, a lot of people will show you like how to do a bracelet. You know, oh, here's how to tie the bracelet. Well, anyone can make a bracelet. And I don't know if you're like me, but I go to all these stores and they have all these bracelets. I mean, basically, they'll just slap all this together and call it a bracelet. Well, it's nice, but it's not that great. I will show you how to compose and how to think in color and everything to make your jewelry more desirable to people, how to make it eye-catching, how to do focal points in your jewelry. You know, a lot of people think all the techniques I learned for painting, they don't translate into jewelry making, and yes they do, yes they do. So please stick with me, and I will teach you not only how to make beautiful jewelry, but make beautiful jewelry that people want to buy. Anyhow, I will see you down the road. Bye everyone.